I'm sure by now most of you guys are aware of the shooting that took place in Minneapolis at the Catholic Church. A very devastating and sad situation that happened. And of course, there's still a lot of news that's unfolding about this incident. Now, what's crazy is that the information that has come out has really kind of it's raised a lot of eyebrows and a lot more questions in regards to could this have actually been prevented even hours before it even happened. Here's what I'm talking about. So earlier today, there was a shooting at a Catholic school in Minneapolis, Minnesota, with the shooter being Robin Westman. Robin is, I believe, the name that they were actually going by, considering that they were trans. According to police reports, basically he was not able to get inside of the church. However, he was able to shoot through the windows of the church, unfortunately killing 2 children and injuring, I believe, 17 other people. What else is known is that this is someone who actually graduated from this very same school back in 2017, according to yearbooks. And not only that, apparently his mother had worked there just as well. So a very close connection to this school. Now, interesting enough, about 6 hours prior to this incident occurring, he actually uploaded this entire diatribe of him talking about what he's going to do, and this whole entire onslaught of all of these guns, everything you could think of as far as his ammo. And it's crazy is that he wrote on all of the magazines, he wrote all over the guns, basically just leaving little symbols and different messages, if you will, on what he was going to utilize as far as his weaponry. Even crazier still is the fact that YouTube had this uploaded to their site. They have to go through a process of actually revising and looking over these videos. They knew it existed, and the video actually wasn't even released until 5 hours after it was uploaded. So he actually had a set point of when he wanted this thing to be released, and then he committed the act. That whole entire time, it was not even flagged by YouTube. Now, this is a question that I personally had, and asking Grok AI about it, come to find out, leaving a manifesto of this nature when it comes to just how egregious it was and how heinous the act was that he was describing, it is all considered free speech. This guy basically gave away his entire plans hours before he was going to do it. YouTube had it uploaded to their website, and because of free speech, they didn't go about doing anything or flagging it off. They didn't have anybody go through a protective manner to, basically prevent this kind of situation from happening when it was already something uploaded to their site, and they had analytics already done on this to verify that this guy was basically creating a threat that he absolutely lived out. Now, here's an interesting correlation. In the video, on one of the magazines, he writes, sponsored by BlackRock. Well, it just so happens that the first person who tried to assassinate the president just so happened to be in a BlackRock commercial. What is going on here? And look, we can get into the semantics of the idea that he was trans, but I don't think that that's actually the problem. What I do think is a problem is the mental health issues that we are overlooking. When you listen to this person talk about their manifesto in real time, the way they talk about things, and even in their video, they actually are talking to themselves in ways that sounds like Gollum and Smeagol from Lord of the Rings, 2 different people. It's almost like there's a multiple personality disorder that's taking place. And if you mix that with different types of other drugs that you're having to take care of for hormonal issues, you're just creating a recipe for disaster, in my opinion. On top of the fact that, if you guys remember, Tim Walz, who is actually the governor of that area, came out last year and said, I've become friends with school shooters. What? And who in the hell thought it was a good idea for MSNBC to go out and say that praying for these victims in Minneapolis is nonsense and a lie? That's crazy. I don't care what you believe or what side of the spectrum you are on. To tell people who go to church and just dealt with something like that praying in this kind of situation because of what happened is nonsense and a lie, that's crazy. Look, maybe you agree with me, maybe you disagree with me. I'm not exactly sure where you fall on this particular category. Leave it in the comment section for sure. What I do know is that we definitely have a mental health issue going around, and we need to be looking into that tenfold. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think.